It's week 6 of the 2022 season, and the spotlight is on the rookie, Breece Hall. He had a nice effort a week ago with a pair of touchdowns. It's the Steelers and the Buccaneers coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, called it the 26. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They're led out by the southpaw Tua Tagovailoa in his 3rd season now out of the University of Alabama.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Two and a throw right away. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
So after the INT, it's Allen. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Working with a 2nd and 3. To the air, Allen. Flushed out right. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he will have a Steelers first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Well, taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago, 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. So, Charles, you look at this offense, so what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers of 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball player.
So a pretty good opening drive that'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3. This defense for the Steelers, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Chase Young in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Berrios. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
This pass out wide to Hall. And he will have a Steelers 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Allen now looks to throw. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. The Steelers at a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
Throwing now is Allen. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 25-yard line. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. The 40, 20, 10. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hall. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Hall again on second down. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From midfield, here's Allen. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 29-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Allen to throw it. Got a man, it's Higbee complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
On first down, Allen being chased out left. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Thaddeus Moss, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have retaken the lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing. And for some teams, it's a change in tempo. Usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
On 2nd and 7, Tua. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Tua going to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And they will take over 1st and 10. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the 2nd quarter.
Hall again on 2nd down. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Hall again. Anthony Walker up behind the line and finishing that play off.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. And now they'll throw with Allen.
That pass complete to Moore.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 23. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
On 2nd and 12, Allen.
That'll be caught right side. Shenault with it.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Elijah Moore.
His 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Gano for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it was finished off by Elijah Moore on the touchdown reception.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10.
Tua sets up to pass it. Gets it out quick. It's Gage on the slant. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now Tua. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he is going to have a Bucs first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Russell Gage, 64 yards. And the Bucs have got it back to within a score. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series.
A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And again, it's Allen. Caught by Wilson.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
To throw, it's Allen. He rifles complete, caught by Moore. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Touchdown!
Elijah Moore.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Steelers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point try good by Gano. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it was finished off by Elijah Moore on the touchdown reception. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, and it's the Patriots with the lead in that one. Josh Palmer, a touchdown reception. From there, we'll head to Green Bay. Check out the Packers at home, Lambeau, and they have the lead over the visiting New York Jets. Davis Mills, the Stanford man, with 2 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And at this point, they trail the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Ryan Tannehill's thrown a touchdown there. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in the first half for Tampa Bay. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. And meanwhile, for the Steelers, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts, as you can see the numbers there. These two teams making their last-minute adjustments. The second half coming your way from Pittsburgh. And to bring it to you, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Second half starts with a run by Hall. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And they're going to speed things up here. They're going to try the jet sweep on 3rd and long. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Now here's Michael Dixon. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. The pass underneath. Here's Hines with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. From the 45 on second down, Tua. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. So that a real wrench thrown in now for this offense. They're trying to make a game of this in the 3rd quarter, but that is not going to help.
Yeah, partner, probably should have used a different tool on that play, right? That ultimately is the kind of play where you can lose a ball game instead of being in a position to win.
Gano the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this out to the 25. The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback,
It has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Man open, he's got it complete to Courtland Sutton. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Tua now on first down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it second down. From midfield, here's Tua. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And the deficit will stay at 3 scores. You know that they were thinking second-half comeback here. That's a big miss if they want to have a chance at that comeback.
A very big miss because time is becoming a real factor now, and they're 3 scores down.
Well, this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50, 1st and 10. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 48 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On first down, right back to Hall. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. They'll go again with Hall. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And the box with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. To the air, Allen. Caught, it's Wilson. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Second and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring. Up the middle, here's Edwards. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. On play action, Allen. And he is out of bounds here. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing third down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Thaddeus Moss, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Steelers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 24. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tua steps away to his left. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Steelers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. Time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run here with Edwards, and they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Breece Hall, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left, and their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Finds Hines again for the completion. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37. line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Edwards. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Here's Edwards again on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, here's Edwards. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is what we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
It was Joe Hayden, the former Pro Bowler, that came up to get him down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Tua. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a dump off here complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 29-yard line. Looking to pass. Tua. A throw left side complete to his receiver, Westbrook. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know, what do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. But that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
From the 6. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Now it's the backup Darnold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film section in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Here we go, here we go.
Tua now on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's Sutton. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Let's go.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Ready?
And again, it's Tagovailoa. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Tua going to throw. This is caught. Touchdown! DK Metcalf. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Buccaneers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now down to 20. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Darnold is going to take a knee, and that should just about do it. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Pittsburgh, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers.